Okay, in this week's video, let's take a look at Justin Thomas, who is playing fantastic golf out on the PGA Tour and just really making a great name for himself with his terrific play. Very upright golf swing. As we can see when he goes back here, stands very upright to the ball. And his club goes up. Left arm right up on the shoulder plane. Nice high upright golf swing. And when he comes down, still right out on the shoulder plane with his lead arm, his left arm, and then as he comes through, his right arm chasing up as well, even more with some of the other shots that might not be approach shots. Driver, you'll see it chasing up even more. And sometimes on an approach shot, you'll see a player hold off his finish slightly depending on what type of shot he's hitting. But it's really good to see the geometry of this player. So many young players have that rounded golf swing, but here's a more traditional golf swing where it's going up nice and high. You can see the right arm and left arm staying sort of out in front of the chest here, not pulling so far behind the body like you might see from a more rounded player like Kuchar or a McIlroy. And once again, the legs driving, here come the arms down before the shoulders have a chance to open up too much. Shoulders still holding in though, in there all the way to impact. And then right on through. Let's now take a look at a couple drivers. Here we have a driver swing. As you can see, like I said, nice upright posture, which you would see from a more upright player. If we put the shoulder plane in, which is up here, more relevant plane for an upright player. You can see how the club goes up on that plane. And there's the left arm right up on that shoulder line at the top. Lower body's going to fire. The arms come down before the shoulders have a chance to spin open. And that keeps the timing intact so he can then really deliver the club with all that speed coming in. If you notice the footwork as well, kind of dancing feet down there with the right side. Totally fine for an upright player to do this, but for all of you that have the rounded swings, you know we work hard to keep your feet more on the ground until impact anyway. But for a more upright player, this is fine. This helps get the club back down into the hitting position and onto the correct swing plane. And as he comes through, there's the club back up on the plane again. Right arm up on the plane into that high full finish. One more look at a driver here. Once again, nice tall posture as that club goes up. Nice turn of the shoulders to take the club away. Notice how he's not just picking it up with his hands or arms. He is turning the shoulders to get the club started back, and then it's coming up on a nice upright line. Up to the top, very high at the top. And once again, there's enough of a delay up there with the shoulders that the legs can start and the arms can pull down before the shoulders start to really get involved down in here in the hitting area. And then the club can whip through with all that force. So one of the key things to an upright swing is creating not only the plane that's correct, being upright, but then the delay, especially in the upper body here, to not go too early so that as it's coming down, the shoulders still have not unwound too far so that the club can stay on plane. And now you can see how the lower body's really gone, fired. That right foot is up. And the club can just whip right through there. So great to see this type of a golf swing out there doing so well. It's a timing swing, so there might be weeks where he's not as good as he is right now. Well, we will wait and see how his year progresses, but certainly it looks like with his power and his obvious mental game, which is so strong, that he'll be a force this year. And we'll see how he does in the majors and how consistent he can stay throughout 2017.